Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Tel Cockerel. It's me, it's Jose. It's predictions week 25 plus 4 bonus games. Welcome to everyone. I'm going to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and happy Halloween. Sorry, it's been happy Halloween for a week on YouTube. Today is Valentine's Day. God, it's not Halloween, it's Valentine's. Happy Valentine's Day to you all. Some people, Valentine's is already gone. Because you're in the early hours of Saturday morning, and for the rest of us, Valentine's Day is still happening. I hope everyone's happy and healthy. I hope that you're enjoying your Valentine's in whatever you choose to do, whether you are with a loved one, whether you are freewheeling, whether you're a hedge cut trimmer, whether you're a sofa person, whatever you are. I hope you enjoy today and have lots and lots of fun. With the introductions and the pleasantries over and done with, I'll say hello to a few people that are in here today. We've got Daza is here, says hi Jose and all. Jimmy Hotspur, big up Jose in the chat. Christopher Inshaw says big up all, and you Christopher. Mikey Romero says afternoon all. Hope everyone is doing well. A wonderful Valentine's Day. We've got Neil's here. Neil says, hello, Jose, and everyone else. I hope you're all doing okay. Good afternoon to you, Neil. Big Bird John is here, says afternoon, marching all together. Good afternoon. John Michael's here, says big up, Jose, and hi to all the guys in the chat. Good afternoon, Michael. We've got Richard is here. Good afternoon, Richard. I hope you're well, sir. Welcome in. Spurs GCTV says afternoon, Jose, and all in the chat. Daniel 90 says, big up everyone, smash the like button on your way into the show. Yeah, that's a good idea. Smash the like button on the way into the show. People saying hello to each other. Who else? We've got Carl Simpson's here. Good afternoon, Carl. I hope you're well. Finn's here. Good afternoon, Finn. I hope you are well, sir. Have I missed Graham? I must have missed Graham because I can see Graham saying hello to everyone, but have I just bypassed Graham? Let me go and have a look. So I don't normally do that. He said hello to everyone else, but not me. That's why I've bypassed him. But I'm going to say good afternoon to Graham anyway. Quez, good morning to you, Quez. I hope you're well, sir. Hope you're well. Richard says hi all again. Mr. Rob Belcher, good afternoon, fellow L Tellers. Good afternoon, Rob. Nita is here. She says good afternoon. Jose says hi, Jose. Hope you're well, and hi to everyone in the chat. That's come from Nita. Archer's here. Good afternoon, Archer. Drula says big up Jose and the Cockerel crew. Good afternoon, Drula. Colin Blackshaw's here on time. Well done, Colin. Says afternoon, Jose. We have got Gus P. Gus P says weekend and small downs. Good afternoon to you, Gus P. Paul G. has been a member for 6 months. Says good afternoon. Come on, you Spurs, Super Spurs. No worries, Neil. Take care of yourself, mate. Jessie here says afternoon all. Good afternoon, Jess. Hope you're well. Have we got any more in here? Paige is here. Says afternoon. I'll be in the background listening up. Big up the chat. Listening. Paige, I want you to enter. I want you to enter predictions, because if you enter, you become a new person. Darren's here. Good afternoon, Darren. You become a new player, and I can add you to the list of players that have come before you, players that are here to score points, as I would say. Let me just separate these people. If I separate these people down here, then I can. These are the people that haven't appeared for a while, so I'm just going to separate them for a second. You won't know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. So if I separate them and put them down there, that's the one. And then I'm going to action and get Paige, just in case Paige joins us. Paige, I'm just going to call you Paige. I'm not going to call you Paige _31. For me, you'll just be Paige. And let me just, yeah. But hopefully Paige does take part. And I think I've said hello to everyone that's here. The nice thing to do whilst you're here is smash a like. Smash a like for the stream, for those people that are in here. Smash a like for the stream. Apparently helps out the algorithms. Me, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. Some would say that I try hard because I do predictions. Some say that I don't do enough content, so I don't try hard at all. Either way, middle of the road, whatever you want to call it, I'm trying to get to 1,000. So apparently this algorithm malarkey is meant to work if people hit the like button, if people comment after the show and stuff like that. Whether it works or not, I don't know, but we'll give it a go, eh? So with that being said, and you've got Ben's here. Good afternoon, Ben. I hope you're well. I hope you're well. And people are saying to Paige, you might as well take part if you're here. Good idea. Let's get Paige to take part because she's here. Anyone that's new, that hasn't played this game before, you're more than welcome to start playing as from today. What we do is we do the predictions for the Premiership, which is 10 games, usually every week. And then I will throw in, as the title says, I've thrown in 4 bonus games. The 4 bonus games that I've got for people today are 4 leagues that we haven't visited yet this season. So there won't be no previous form, past form, or anything like that. We just haven't been to them. So it'll be interesting. The 4 games are interesting. So without further ado, what we'll do is we'll start for the first game. And the first game of the weekend, and as per usual, it's 3 points. So if you predicted team A's at home, so let's say we did let's say we did Haringey versus Waltham Forest, and you went for Haringey 1, Waltham Forest 0. Well, if it's a 1-0 win to Haringey, you score 3 points. If Haringey win that game by any other score, you score 1 point. If you went for the draw or you went for the away victory and it was a home victory, you score nothing. So it's 3 points for an absolute, 1 for a prediction. And that's how we score the points. And I do a predictions results show, and that'll be on Monday next week, because all the games are taking place tonight. There's 2 games taking place tonight. Then I've got a whole load of games taking place tomorrow because the Premiership's on tomorrow. And then I've got games that take place on Sunday. So the prediction show will be on Monday. Yeah. And good afternoon, the Queen. Yes, I've listened to your message today, Queenie. I have listened to your message, and I will talk to you. I just haven't got round to it because I've only just picked up your message now. And because I've only just picked it up now, I will give you a call and I'll have a chat with you. I've had a chat with a couple of people today from the community whilst working, but in between meetings and that, I've had a couple of chats with people in the community just to see how they are, touch base with people, and I will touch base with you as well. Queen Ellie, Hoiberg, Benson, Werner, Kulusevski, Vicario, the Doggy, Van der Ven, Romero, Spence. I mean, I can go on forever, but I'll end the show if I just have to spell your name out, Ellie. But no, I hope you're well, sweetheart. I hope you're well. And Jesse has just taken out a membership. Be like Jesse is what I say. Be like Jesse. Thank you very much, Jess. Be like Jess. Right. So without further ado, as I said, anyone that's new, I'll put the game up. You give me your prediction, please. The prediction should be the home. I don't need to know the team's names. Just give me your score. Yeah. So as I said, if it's Haringey versus Waltham Forest, you put 1-0 because Haringey are the home side. Just put 1-0. You don't have to put 1 and the team's name and all that. Just put 1-0 down, and I'll just take it from there. Yeah, and I'll add it to the scores. Right. So the first game we're starting with, people, is tonight's game between Brighton versus Chelsea. What say you guys? Give me your scores for Brighton versus Chelsea, please. What's your predictions? All right, so Jimmy Hotspur's the first one. It's a star Jimmy, so I know Jimmy. Oh, let's jump. A star Jimmy. So Jimmy Hotspur says 1-1. And then obviously when you give me your scores, I then have to type them all in to the spreadsheet. So Finn Rickwood has said 1-2. And once I've got the first one out of the way, I can see who's who and who's playing, and it makes it easier for me to find the names. So 1-2 for Finn, or 1-3 for Mikey Romero. Mikey Romero says 1-3. Then we have Graham at 1-0. And then I have Rob Belcher at 1-2. Now I've got to find Rob's name. Rob played last week. Yeah, he should be further up the food chain. There he is. Rob Belcher 1-2. Christopher 1-1. Christopher 1-1. 1-1 for Christopher. Top Spurs is at 1-2. God, there's a lot of draws and away victories here at the moment. Come on, wait till you hear my score. Bloody hell. Got a 1-2 for Top Spurs. Neil says 2-2. Let's add Neil in at 2-2. Where's Neil? Neil's down there at 2-2. After Neil at 2-2, we've got Big John at 0-3. Big John at 0-3. Michael says 1-2. Michael, who supports Chelsea, would go for Chelsea anyway, so I expect nothing less from you. Gus P has gone 0-1. So we have a 0-1 for Gus P. Jess says 1-2. So Jess says 1-2. Now I've got to find Jess. Where's Jess? Right, there's Jess there. 1-2. After Jess at 1-2, we have Ben 54-5. Ben, you're going to score a point this week for that. I'm telling you now. I reckon you'll score a point for that this week. Ben will score points. Richard says 1-3. I've got to find Richard. Richard, who is no longer Rory's War and is now known as Richard. And he is there. He says 1-3. Daniel says 2-1. Daniel is going for 2-1. Let me see Daniel going for 2-1. Where's Daniel gone? I need to find Daniel. I've got you still as Dan Coys. I'm going to keep you as Dan Coys because it makes it easier for me. 2-1. But Dan. Nita is 2-2. Nita's going for a 2-all draw. Darren is 1-3. Colin B is 2-1. Colin B, where's Colin B? Colin Blackshaw. 2-1. Let me find Colin's name. Where's Colin? Come on, Jose. Where's Colin gone? He was late last week, but wasn't as late as the rest of them, was he? Colin, no. There we go. Colin Blackshaw. 2-1. Then we have, like that. I don't know what that means. Let me see. This person's put something in there. Let me see where it is. Can I see it? I need to see where it is. Where is it? Oh, that's that one. Who have I got to? I've got to Colin Blackshaw. Why can't I see after Colin Blackshaw? There it is, Colin Blackshaw. Here it is. Right, let me see. Right, we've got YWS. So YWS is saying, let me see. Translate. What am I saying? What language is that? Oh, don't know what it is. Right, let me try this one. Try this way around it. Translate to English, but it won't have. I won't know what I'm doing. Right, it is Korean. So this person here, YWS in Korean, has said, "Let's go to Super Sonny." Yes, Super Sonny. YWS, welcome for Super Sonny. Sorry, I just had to check what it was because, you know, we get all sorts in here. So YWS, this comment is, "Let's go Super Sonny." Drula says 2-1. Let me go up to Drula. It says 2-1. And then after Drula at 2-1, I've got Nita at 2-2. Nita, where's Nita? Anita played last week. But I think she left those online, so she might be further down the list. I've got Anita at 2-2. Darren, LFC, 1-3. I've got these. So Jude Archer says 2-1. Archer's going for a 2-1. 2-1 for Archer in this game. And after Archer at 2-1, we have Quez at 1-2. Quez, he left them on the stream last week, so he'll be further down the food. Yep, 1-2. We have Quez at 1-2. We have Carl Simpson at 2-1. So Carl Simpson, where's Carl's? Carl's up here. 2-1 for Carl. Paul G, 1-1. Peter is here. It says, hi all, 3:19 a.m. in Melbourne. Good afternoon. Sorry, good morning to you, Peter. I hope Valentine's went well for you, sir. Leo, it's the first game, mate. Just get it in. It's the first game. Here we go. Leo's coming with a 2-all draw. Let me find Leo. Leo's in at 2-all draw. Where's Ellie's score? I've not seen Ellie's score. And Peter has gifted out 5 channel memberships. That's very kind of you, Peter. And I'm going to have to go back on myself here. Right, that's YWS. Right, these have gone to Johnny Reviews, SD Flips, Terry O'Shea, Andy Lloyd, and Wally World were the recipients of these 5. For some reason, and I don't know why. Right, have I lost this? Right. Sorry, it's just that, yeah, YouTube's acting a bit weird, what I can see on screen. So just wanted to make sure. So yeah, so any of you guys got that, then please thank Andy Lloyd's come in, and he says thanks for the membership, Peter. Andy, do you want to join in and play predictions? If you do, we are on the first game. We're doing Brighton versus Chelsea. And Paige, where's Paige? Where's your prediction, Paige, for the first game? Paige, Andy, anyone else? This is your last call. Anyone that's new to this and wants to give me a prediction. Paige is going 3-2. Paige is going 3-2 for her prediction. Thank you, Paige. All received 3-2. Andy, you interested in playing? If you are, get your prediction in now, and I can put you in, and we can then continue to the second game. Ah, you're at work, mate. Yeah, totally understood. Totally understood. Right, that was game number 1. Game number 2 is Leicester versus Arsenal. Leicester v Arsenal. I think Totspur's coming. Right, sorry. You know what, guys? I'll tell you what. My prediction for that first game, I've gone for Brighton 2-0. I've gone for the home win this week. I've gone for Brighton 2, Chelsea 0. Is what I've gone for. Yeah. Right, so let me just get these results up. Right, let me get some of these scores in. Right, what we got. Sorry, I just had to say hello to the missus. Ellie, did you give me a score for the first game? I'm going to go back and check because I was missing your score for the first game. Ellie, I'll go back and look. Ellie, I missed your score for the first game. So just for Ellie, can you tell me what score you want, Ellie, for Brighton versus Chelsea? Because you've missed that game. You've missed the first game, El. Hotspurs 0-3. The first one in. 0-3 for Hotspurs. Let me cut this one out. And paste it there. It's interesting because not Adrian either. Adrian's normally here. He's not here at the moment either. Let me just cut some people out. Bear with me a second. I'm just doing a bit of housekeeping. I'll do a bit of housekeeping now. It saves me down the line. Ronnie's not here either. Ronnie's not predicted either. So I'm missing Ronnie. Adrian and Ronnie so far. We'll take them out and put them in here. Side dancer is not here. So these are the usuals. So I'm just going to take them out. And if I take them out, I can just update everybody that's playing at the moment. So that means I've got Michael, Mikey, and Jimmy Hotspur. Yep, I'll move them on up. There we go. Carl Simpson's here. I'll move him on up. There we go. Carl. Gus Parker and Rob Belcher are here. Move them up as well. Ryan G's another one. God, we're missing a few of our normal, not normals, I should say, our regulars. I'm not going to use the word normal. I'm going to say regulars. And I'm pushing them down towards the bottom of the list to make it easier for me. And here we have Tot Spurs, Richard, and Colin B. So I'm going to add them further up the list. Paul G is here. Paul G moves up. Christopher Inshaw is here. He moves further up. Give me a second. Put these people into a batch together. Edem and Cooper are not here. Edem and Cooper. Right. These people move up here. And then we've got Leo's here. I'll move Leo up as well. I said after I do the first game, the games after that become easier. It's just I have to get the first ones out of the way. Ellie is going to be somewhere. So I'm going to include Ellie here. Because she will be. Let me just include Ellie. Paige is here. So we have Paige here as well. It says Paige. Right, no, I've got any more? Yeah, I've got a few more. So I've got Nita, Quez, and Darren are all here. So I'll put you lot further up into the show. That's that. Then I've got Dan Coys is here, so further up into the show. If I haven't mentioned your name, it's because I've already pushed you up. Then I've got these 4 people here to push up into the show there. I've got spots for 2 more. Who else is it? Finn Rickwood into the show. Goes Finn. And I've got Ben Kaufman to push into the show. Good old Ben. There's Ben as well. Push Ben into the show. Matty Krishna P. Have I got anyone else to push in? Not at the moment I can see. So, housekeeping. Right, these 4 people now move down as well. And no doubt I'll do this housekeeping, and the people that I've moved around all turn up. God, it's quite a long list there. God, I'm not going to sort that out. I'll tell you what, I'll move these ones up and sort it out that way. Read it in. YouTube done me a madness and not put me on there. Right, 1, 2, 3. James. Okay, James is not here either. The mum overlord. Nope, not here yet. Traveling. That one. And then I have the last 2 that I need to fit in. And then we're ready to continue. And like I said, by the time I've done all this, people will end up turning up and it will just make a right hash of what I've just done. But it is what it is. So let me just add these people into it so I can move everyone up and down. And I'll be ready to jump on board and get back with you guys. This is what happens when you do things live. Right, there we go. So now I've got to push these all down a bit further, and then we're ready to rock and roll. Cut them all out. Stick them all in. And there you go. So, right, we're done. So I've got top Spurs. Christopher, 1-3. 1-3 for Christopher. So Leicester versus Arsenal. Mikey Romero says 2-1. 2-1. Big John says 1-3. The interesting thing for me is who's going to score all the goals for Arsenal now they've got no forwards. I'm not saying they won't score goals, but I'm just asking, who do you guys think are going to score their goals? There's no centre forwards at all. They were playing with false nines before, but who are they going to use? Are they going to use Raheem Sterling now as their false nine? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not an Arsenal supporter, and none of them are here at the moment. We've normally got Vindaloo or we've got Angus, but neither of them are here, so I don't know what Arsenal are going to do. They could have offered us an insight, but I don't know what they're going to do. Gus Parker 1-2, Rob Belcher 0-2. Then we've got Nita at 1-3. Nita is going for a 1-3. Right, 1-3 for Nita. After Nita at 1-3, we've got Graham at 0-3. Graham at 0-3. Then we have Jess at 1-3. Jess, there she is, 1-3. I've got Jess at 1-3. I then have Michael at 2-0. Michael, 2-0. Then I have Colin Blackshaw at 0-4. Colin B is going for a 0-4. Right, Colin B. There we go, he's up here. 0-4. Queen Ellie is 2-2. Queen Ellie, if I see your result come through for the first game, I'll put it in Ellie. 1-1 for Leo. 1-1 for Leo. And up the Foxes, he says. 0-3 for Darren. 0-3 for Darren. It's an 8-2 for Ben K. 8-2. 0-2 for Daniel. 0-2. 2 for Daniel. A 0-3 for Richard. This looks like the results are going one way with this one. A 0-3, a 1-3 for Carl. A 1-2 for Drula. And a 0-2 for Archer. Whoops. 0-2 for Archer. Hello lad, says Corey Boy. Hello, Corey Boy is coming in. So Corey Boy, you've changed your name now, so I know who it is, so I'm gonna put you in with your changed name. And you have gone for, I think you went for the Brighton game first, if I'm right. I saw a score in there. Andy Lloyd is playing. Brilliant, Andy. Let me get you in. Andy Lloyd. Brilliant. We've got Andy as a player as well. Fantastic. Another player in. And Andy's gone for a 2-2 for the first game. And I'm sure I saw Corey's gone 3-0 for the first game. Right, so them two are in them ones. Second game, Ryan. Good afternoon. Oh, good afternoon, Ryan. Nice to see you, mate. Just seeing if I've got anyone else. Queen Ellie for the first game went 1-1. Right, okay, Els, you're up to date. I've got you. And who am I missing? Oi, John, Jose Geezer, Johnny Reviews. Johnny, we're into the second game. This is the second one. Ronnie, second game, afternoon, mate. I've just changed everyone's names around. Quez is going for a 0-2. Right. Good afternoon, Ed M. Just stick your scores in for Leicester Arsenal, and I'll roll back one game for you in a minute. So Ed M's put a score in, so I can move Ed M's name back. No, where's Ed M? Where's Ed M? I moved. There he is, Ed M, and Ed M for this game has gone for 1-3. Okay, so I can add you, Ed M, for a 1-3. I might have to skip some of the things that you're. Has everyone hit the like button? Wait, says Neil. Okay, Matty K's here. Hello, Matty. I hope you're well, sir. 1-0 for Matty. Right, let me add Matty into the show. Matty K. Where's Matty K's name? I saw him earlier because I had to move people around. So I know I saw Matty K in here. There he is, Matty K. And add Matty K into the predictions. There we go. Matty K's in. Leicester 2, Arsenal 1. So that's the game that we're on at the moment. So Johnny is in on a 2-1. And 2-2 for the first game. Okay, so that's Johnny in. I just got to find Johnny's name again. There we go. So add Johnny into the show. Right, Johnny's in now. Chris says that when everyone's healthy, their best striker is Gabriel. Paul G says 0-2. Game. So Paul G is 0-2. Paige is going for a 1-0. Paige is going for a 1-0. We have Ronnie is on a 2-0 and a 0-3. 2-0 and a 0-3 for Ronnie. Ronnie, I'll add you now. Let me just go and find you. It's like we're getting the game back together again. There's a few people here that are not here today so far. And maybe Valentine's Day has pulled people away. Maybe the algorithm will work differently where I get loads of results in the stream's comments and I get loads of results there and the algorithm will change. Yay! I'm not holding out much hope. The like button seems to be my only avenue, but in order to hit the like button, you've got to like what I'm doing. Then you have. Right, have I missed? Right, I know Ryan's here. Has he given me any scores yet? Right, he's saying good afternoon to everyone. Big up Michael, big up Graham, big up Mikey, big up everybody, big up Leah. There he is, a 1-2 and a 0-2. Sorry, Ryan, I missed it. I'm thinking myself, where is it all gone? 1-2 and a 0-2, and I can get Ryan in. That's lovely. I've got Ryan in. Right. Here he is. Look, the man that I was talking about earlier. Put in a super chat. Vindaloo, big up Jose. At the airport, coming back home, I try and leave my scores before the Chelsea games starts. Come on, Wolves and United. Big up all. Vindaloo, if you can still hear me, right, can I just say that there is 2 matches being played tonight. Brighton Chelsea is being played tonight, and the first of the bonus games is being played tonight. And for those that have missed the start of the show, the first 4 games, the 4 bonus games I've got are from leagues that we have not visited this season. Jesse says, much love to the chat. Can I change my score for the Leicester game, please, to 2-1? All because of Vindaloo. Come on, Leicester. So, Julie, you're going for a 2-1 home victory now. Okay, 2-1. Right, so I'm missing a score from, am I missing? Yeah, Finn, Corey Boy, Andy Lloyd are the three that I'm not seeing. The score for. Good afternoon, Phil. I hope you're well. Phil Coys is in the house. Are you playing, Phil? Are you taking part? If you are taking part, Phil, get a score in, please. I'm going to go back up to, where are we now? Leicester Arsenal. I just want to make sure that I haven't missed Andy Lloyd, Corey Boy, Finn are the three that I'm looking for. So I'm just going to go back and check. So I've got Hotspurs, Christian Inshaw, Mikey Romero, Neil, Jimmy, Gus, Rob, Nita, Graham, Jess, Michael, Colin, Ellie, Leo, Darren, Ben, Dan, Richard, Carl, Drula, Archer. Andy gave me the. Andy's giving me both. Andy's giving me a 1-3 for this game. Right, Andy, I got you. Right, and then I've got Corey Boy gave me the Brighton score, which I've got, but I haven't got the Arsenal for Corey Boy, unless I'm missing it. So now I'm looking for Corey Boy and Finn Rickwood. Corey Boy last week left the first one, and I didn't get any more from him. And then I've got Finn Rickwood. So let me just see, just a quick check. I'm missing these two people. Is it me? Is it YouTube? Who's doing this? Right. Right, I cannot see a score from Corey Boy or Finn Rickwood. So for Corey Boy and Finn Rickwood, I'm going to move on to game number 3. Happy Valentine's to everyone from Jesse. I said happy Valentine's earlier to those that have lovers, to those that 3-wheel, to those that are hedge trimmers, to those that are carpet people as well, to everybody. Finn said 0-2. Sorry, Finn, my mistake. I couldn't see a score from you or Corey Boy, but I'm going to move on. But anyway, happy Valentine's to all of you. Halloween has been this week, and we've gone straight from Halloween into Valentine's Day. How nice. Everyone, peace, love, and to be happy with each other, having pleasant Valentine's Day, everybody. Right. Aston Villa Ipswich, game number 3. Aston Villa Ipswich. The reason why we're ages, Matty, on it, Phil Coys has said 1-0 to the Foxes. All right, so Phil Coys is 1-0 to the Foxes. Let me get you in, Phil. Nice to have you back playing, sir. And nice to get a prediction from you, Phil. Just needs to find where you are, and I will put you there. He is, Phil Coys. I knew I had him saved. Phil, can you give me the Brighton Chelsea score? Because then you'll be up to date as well. So give me Brighton Chelsea in this one, and then we've got you up to date. So for this score, first and foremost, Hotspurs went in at 3-1. So I've got Hotspurs at 3-1. Right. So for this third game, Hotspurs is coming first at 3-1. I then have a 3-1 from Neil. Let me get Neil in. 3-1 for Neil. Then I have a 1-0 Phil Coys, which I've done. Big John 3-0, Leo 3-0. Big John 3-0. Leo's also gone for 3-0. Anyone that's listening on X, if you want to play this, sub over, and then you can enter. It's free of charge. We have a lot of fun doing this. We have a lot of fun doing the results show. People get to meet each other in the community here. It's good fun. 3-1 for Nita. And yeah, as I said, it's free. You're more than welcome to it now. But I only do it for subscribers only because it is quite a lot of work. It takes a lot of my time to do. So I appreciate the support in return. Jesse's got the 3-1. Then we have Michael at 3-0. And Michael at 3-0. I then have Drula at 3-1. I have Paige at 3-0. I then have Jimmy Hotspur at 2-1. Jimmy H is at 2-1. I then have Archer at 3-1. 3-1. After Archer at 3-1, I have Edem at 2-0. Edem at 2-0. So Edem and Matty Kushner, if you want, put in your Brighton Chelsea scores and then you lot are up to date as well. Johnny Reviews says 3-0. 3-0 for Johnny. 3-0. 3-0 for Colin B. Make sure 3-0. Okay. I then have Graham at 2-1. 2-1 for Graham. Matty K, 8-0. What, Matty? Matty can see goals. 8-0 for Matty. Daniel says 3-0. Daniel says 3-0. 3-0 for Daniel. And then I've got, after Daniel, got Rob Belcher at 3-1. 3-1 for Rob Belcher. I then have, sorry, 2-1 for Rob Belcher even. Why my eyesight's deceiving me? It's 2-1 for Rob Belcher. And then I've got Carl Simpson's at 3-1. Carl Simpson's at 3-1. Mikey Romero says 2-0. 2-0 for Mikey. Right. And then after Mikey, I have Finn at 3-1. Finn at 3-1. 3-1. I then have Quez Ali at 3-1 and Richard 2-all. Zero 3, Matty. Is that Aston Villa Ipswich? To 0-3. Right, Edem's gone 1-1 for the Brighton game, right? So Edem's gone 1-1 for the Brighton game. I'm starting to get a bit lost here, so I'll bear with me, right? Because, right, let me see. So I'm working myself backwards, so because I know that Darren's doing it for this game. So it's 3-0 to Darren for this game as well. And I'm trying to work it back. Matty Kushner 0-6. Okay, so I understand that, Matty 0-6. So the 0, what did you say you wanted me to change it? Phil Coy's game was 3-0 to Villa. And I think Phil's other score, if I can remember right, he's put another score in there as well. And I'm trying to work it out. Phil says 2-2. So the Brighton Chelsea's 2-2. Adrian, you're starting here at 2-1, yeah? Good afternoon to you, Adrian, as well. So 2-1 to Adrian. Let me just add Adrian into the show. The Oracle has arrived, as I call him. The Oracle has arrived. Now I just got to find Adrian. Right, Adrian. Right, now I just got to work out some of these scores. Paul G says 2-1. Right, so I've got Paul G. Right, Christopher. So I'm missing at the moment for this one. Christopher Inshaw, Queen Ellie, Andy Lloyd, Ryan G. That's not to say you haven't done it. I might have to work myself backwards here. So I'm 0-6 Chelsea. Yeah, got that. And you're you are, sorry, you're 0-3 Ipswich. Okay, so 0-3. Okay, got you, mate. Got you. Right, 3-0. I've got Phil Coys. So I'm missing Ryan G. Ryan G. Noivitz, he's in. So let me go back. Like I said, YouTube's got this habit of delaying when it comes in, but I cannot see a score there from Ryan G at all for Love Nor Money. Andy Lloyd, I can't see a score from either. Christopher Inshaw, and I can't see a score from him either. So I don't think it's me because the first person that came in with a score was Tot Spurs. So let me just go Tot Spurs, Neil, Phil Coys, Big John, Leo, Gus, Nita, Jess, Michael, Drula, Paige, Jimmy, Archer, Ed M, Darren, Johnny, Colin B, Graham, Matty, Dan, Rob, Carl, Mikey, Finn, 3-1. Finn's not the one I'm looking for. So Finn's coming with a score as well. Quez, Richard, Ronnie, Matty, Darren, Paul G, Ben. Yeah, I've got yours, Jess, you're in. The people I'm pre. Ryan's there, 2-0 for Ryan, 3-0 for Christopher. So I've got Christopher at 3-0. Right, so I've got him. And Ryan's at 2-0. So I've got Ryan. So the only person I'm then missing is, I think, was Ellie. Ellie says 2-1, so I've got Ellie in there as well now. So Ellie's at 2-1. Right, 2-1 for Ellie. And someone says that they're walking home. I'm walking home and it started pissing down, so I had my phone in my pocket. No worries at all. I knew I thought I'd see someone doing that. Right, so the only person I'm missing here for Villa Ipswich is Andy Lloyd. Andy Lloyd's the one I'm missing. So if I'm not saying your name, I've got everyone. Andy Lloyd's the one I'm missing. Adrian, I'll have to roll back the first two games because this was game number 3. Unless you know what the first two games are, Adrian, and then you can put yours in. But otherwise, we're up to date. So Andy Lloyd's not putting one in. I'm going to move on to the next game. Andy Lloyd comes back. We can redo it for him. The next game is Fulham versus Notts Forest, please, people. Fulham versus Nottingham Forest. Who's going to be first under the jump? This is where right. So according to this that I'm looking at, Neil was first in. And then what will happen is I'll go back and there'll be people that have put in and I haven't seen them because there's a delay. But Neil has come with a 2 draw. Tot Spurs has come in with 1-2. Adrian is 1-2. Adrian, Tot Spurs 1-2, like I said. Right, and then we've got Paige at 1-3. Paige is going for a 1-3. And then we have Big John at 1-2. Big John at 1-2. Christopher at 1-2. Ronnie 2-1. Richard 2-all. Ronnie 2-1. Richard 2. Right, who have I got? I've got Jimmy Hotspur, Nita I've done. Jess, Richard, Ronnie, Christopher Inshaw, Mikey Romero. Did I do your 0-2? No, so I must be on Mikey now. 0-2 for Mikey Romero. Then I have a 1-all for Finn Rickwood. So Finn's gone for 1-all. 1-all for Finn. Then I have a 1-2 for Graham. 1-2 Graham. 1-2 for Graham. And then I have 1-2 for Michael. 1-2 for Michael. And then I have a 0-2 for Rob and a 1-2 for Drula. 1-3. 1-2 for Eden. 1-2 for Eden. A 1-2 for Carl Simpson. Carl Simpson. Where's Carl? 1-2. Who we got? 1-2 for Carl Simpson. 25-2 for Ben K. Ben K. 25-2. Naught 5 for Matty. A 1-0 for Phil Coys. 1-0 for Phil. 1-0 for Phil. A 1-2 for Daniel. 1-2 for Daniel. A 2-2 for Johnny. I've done some score wrong here, and I 1-3. Did Paul G give me this one? I might have put Paul G's in wrong. No, Paul G's is there, so that's not right. That's not the one I'm looking at. 1-3. Lord Rodney is coming with a 1-2. Lord Rodney, I'm going to have to roll back for you afterwards, along with Adrian. But let me just find your name and add you to the show. Lord Rodney Trotter. Here we go. Add you in there, Lord Rodney. There we go. And Lord Rodney's gone for 1-2. I've got a 1-3 from Paul G. Guys, I'll type the rest of the scores in the comment section. Yes, Finn. So you know that you've reached the 4th game. After that, you're going to have to do the rest, mate. Right, G says 1-2. No worries at all, Finn. You know the routines after the show. Hit the like button before you enter, leave, whatever you do. 1-2 for Ryan. Then I've got a 2-all for Ellie. And a 1-0 for Quez. 1-0 for Quez. And a 2-all for Ellie. People will only hit the like button if they appreciate the work and the show. Otherwise, they ain't going to hit it, are they? So Fulham Forest, I am missing scores from Andy Lloyd, Corey Boy, and everybody else is up to date. I've gone for Fulham 2, Nottingham Forest 1. Moving on. Manchester City versus Chelsea, please, people. What say the crowd? Man City, Chelsea. Manchester City versus Chelsea. What do my professional punters here believe the score will be? Spurs is coming first. He says 2-1. Manchester City 2, Chelsea. Newcastle 1 for Spurs. Just need to find Spurs again. 2-1 for Spurs in this game. 2-1 for Spurs. Oh, there we go. Back up again. Neil says 1-2. So he's going for a Newcastle victory. Neil. Neil 1-2. Where's Neil gone? There he is. A 1-2 for Neil. And then we have City Newcastle's Mate K. Tough one. This is Ryan. Big John says 2-2 for this game. Big John's can see the draw. Then we have Christopher says 2-2 as well. Another Daigle from Christopher. And then we have Johnny says 1-3. Where's Johnny? Down here. 1-3. 1-3. And then Jesse says 2-all. Jess is going for a 2-2. 2-2 for Jess. Let me see if I can find Jess. 2-2. Yep, got Jess. Nita is going for a 2-3. Nita is going for a 2-3. Gus P is going for a 0-2. 0-2. Ed M 2-4. Ed M 2-4. 2-4 for Ed M. 2-3 for Carl. Carl 2-3. Adrian 2-1. Adrian 2-1. 2-1 for Adrian. Let me see. Quez 2-1. Quez 2-1. 2-1 for Quez. A 3-2 for Michael. 3-2 Michael. 3-1 for Drula. 3-1 for Drula. Jimmy Hotspur is going for a daigle for Jimmy. So we get Jimmy in there for a daigle. Ronnie is 3-1. And then I've got Rob Belcher with another daigle. Then we have Darren 3-2. Darren with a 3-2. Matty with a 0-4. Matty's got loads of goals in him this week, isn't he? Go on, Matty, with loads of goals in your boy. Neil 4. Lord Rodney's going for a 2-all draw. Lord Rodney, 2-alls plugged in for you. Ryan G says 3-2. Boom. 1-2 Forest. What game is Forest? Adrian. I had your Forest score, Adrian, so I don't know what you're trying to give me your Forest score for again, because I already had that. Daniel says 3-1. Archer says 1-2. Archer is 1-2. Lord Rodney's now doing a 1-all draw instead. So instead of a 2-2, it's a 1-all. Okay. All right, Lord Rodney to a 1-all. Mikey Romero says 2-1. 2-1 for Mikey R. Richard says 2-2. Yes, Paige, it is, yeah. This is the very next one. Paige says 2-2. So, yeah, I've got you in at 2-2, Paige. Leo says 4-1. Leo is going for 4-1. Where's Leo? Leo. I had him up in the show. There he is. Leo says 4-1. And then I've got Colin Blackshaw at 1-all. I changed yours, Lord Ronnie, to 1-all. And I've got Colin Blackshaw at 1-1. Right, so now I'm missing at the moment Graham. This is not to say you've done them, it's just YouTube may not be showing to me at the moment, and I would have jumped. So it's Graham, Paul G, Queen Ellie, Finn, Ben, and Phil Coyce. So I'll go back and have a look for them names. First person in was Tot Spurs. Then it was Neil, Matty, Big John, Christopher, Johnny, Jess, Nita, Gus, Ed, Carl, Adrian, Quez, Michael, Drula, Jimmy, Ronnie, Rob, Darren, Matty, Lord Rodney, Ryan G, Adrian, Daniel, Dan, Archer, Mikey, Richard Page, Leo, Colin, and Spurs GCTV is coming with a 1-all draw. So before I move on, it's the last shout before I move on to the next game. And this last shout goes out to Paul G, Queen Ellie, Finn, Ben, and Phil Coyce. Last shout for you guys, Man City, Newcastle. And whilst I do that, let's check these like buttons. They're being it. Oh, the game is a light one. I'll have to take it, won't I? It's only a light one today. I'll have to take it. Smash that like button for your brother who does all the work. Come on, let's see you hit that like button. Right, for the guys that I've just mentioned, I'm going to mention you one more time, and then I will be moving on. So the people that I'm missing for Man City Newcastle are Paul G, Queen Ellie, Finn Ben, Andy Lloyd, Phil Coys. Right, I'm going to move on to the next game. These people haven't come back. So the next game is South Coast Derby, and it is between Southampton and Bournemouth. Southampton, Bournemouth, and I've got two people coming in with scores straight away. So Carl and Hotspurs and Big John 3-1. So Carl, right, I've got Big John. Big John's on a 1-3. Hotspurs is on a 1-3. Jimmy's on a 1-3. Right, Hotspurs was on a 1-3. Jess is on a 1-3. Michael Chelsea's on a 1-3. Only got any more 1-3s there. Lee Wiz. Hello, Wiz. I can roll back for you after Lee, so not a problem at all. The Wiz is here. Good afternoon, Lee, mate. I hope you're well. I will add you in at this stage. I will do the rollbacks after. Ed M's coming in at 1-3 as well. Is there any more 1-3s there? Because if there is, I just add them into the 1-3s. It makes it easier for me. No. So that's all the 1-3s I can see. Then I've got Graham has come in at 0-2. They will add Graham in at 0-2. Mikey R has come in at 0-2. Go on, Mikey R at 0-2. Ronnie 1-4. Ronnie down here at 1-4. Then I have Adrian at 1-2. I then have Matty at 0-7. Oh, Matty, you can see some wild goals this week, boy. 0-7. And then we have Rob Belcher 0-2. Rob B at 0-2. Right, Rob at 0-2. Gus Parker, who's right beside him at 1-4. Is there a Carl Simpson score that I can see just on the screen quickly? No, there isn't. Richard, Paul G, Christopher Inshaw. Can I see any of you for it? Yeah, Christopher 0-3. Just trying to do it in lumps of where people are all situated. Drewler or Archer, can I see your scores quickly up the top? 2-1. But Drewler, I can see. I'm not going in any order. I'm just trying to plug people out of the sky at the moment. Lord Rodney 2-1. Then we have Nita at 1-4 for Nita. Just want to make sure that Nita score 1-4. Then after Nita, I've got Drew at 2-1. I've got that Johnny at 0-3. Johnny 0-3. Then I have Paige at 1-2. Paige at 1-2. And then after Paige, I have Archer at 1-2. Archer 1-2. Colin B at 0-3. Colin B at 0-3. Let's add the Wiz, because I put his score in there, but I haven't added him. Let me add the Wiz to the show. Anyone know about Potato Stew? I haven't seen Potato Stew in a few weeks. I wonder whether he's all right. I've just not seen him. If anyone knows if he's all right and whether, let me know. It'd be nice to know. I wish that everyone's all right. Even if they're not here, I still want everyone to be all right. Ed M 1-3. Leo 1-2. Leo. 1-2 for Leo. And then we have, after Leo, we have Richard at 1-2. Richard, 1-2. I have Quez at 0-3. 0-3. Ellie 1-3. Ellie, I'm missing your last result. You didn't put it in. Just letting you know, Ellie. I'll put this one in for you. Secure your one here, but you didn't give me the score for the last game. Didn't receive it. Ryan G 0-3. Darren 0-3. Oops, let me go back up. Darren 0-3. Darren 0-3. 1-2 for Archer. There's Archer. Archer's already given me a score. Why would Archer? I've got 1-2 for Archer already. Was he in Jesse's the other day, Potato? All right. As long as he's all right, as long as he's well. So I'm looking for Cole Simpson, Paul G, Neil, Finn, Ben, Andy Lloyd, Phil Coys for this scoreline. Cole Simpson normally puts one in. Why have I not seen Cole's one? Did you do 1-3? Did you cut? Sorry, mate. I've not. YouTube's playing funnies with me at the moment. Ellie, you didn't give me the scoreline for Man City Newcastle. Just letting you know, Ellie. Man City Newcastle, you didn't give me. Right. I'm going to say this last call again for the people that I've just mentioned. Whilst I'm doing that, also I like game like. Always have a look at the like game. Oh, I've got one more like than what I had before. Slow. Neil's gone 1-2. Did I call your name that, Neil? Did I? I might have done. But I'll take your 1-2, Neil. I'll take it. As I said, I can go back and have a look, which is I'm not bothered about doing that. So I'm going to go back and look for Paul G, Finn, Ben, Andy, Phil Coys. If I don't see them, we move on. And Ellie has got to give me the Man City Newcastle. All right, let me just work myself backwards now. Right, there's no scores there for any of the people that I've just mentioned. So what I will do is I'll move on to the next game. The next game is West Ham versus Brentford. London derby, West Ham versus Brentford, please, people. What do you think the scores will be? West Ham, Brentford. Right, for West Ham, Brentford, Totspurs is 1-2. Right, I'm going to start with Totspurs. He looks like it's the first one in. 1-2 for Dad. Dad, you're in at 1-2. Who's the next one I've got? Ronnie's in at a 2-2. Ronnie's on a 2-all draw. Ronnie 2-2. Or Mikey Romero 1-3. Mikey Romero 1-3. And then I have Jimmy Hotspur at 2-1. Jimmy, you're in 2-1. And then I have Adrian at 2-2. Adrian at 2-2. I then have Big John at 1-2. Big John 1-2. Christopher Inshaw 2-1. Christopher Inshaw 2-1. God, I've got truckloads of 2-1s here. Sorry. Let me just copy that. Right. So who's the first truckload I've got? I've just done Christopher Inshaw at 2-1. I've got Quez at 2-1. I have Nita at 2-1. Quez is a 2-1. Nita, where's Nita? Nita. Where's our lovely Nita? Nita's up here. So that was a 2-1. I've Archer was a 2-1. Graham's on a 2-1. Ryan G and Cole are both 2-1. Have I got any more 2-1s before I go back? Daniel is also on a 2-1. Daniel's on a 2-1. Ben, you're back. Ben, you're back. You missed a few. I'll put you in for 1920 for this one. And then if you are around later and you're not out or anything like that, you are around later, I can do the rollbacks if you like I'm doing for other people. Paige has gone for a 1-1 draw. Richard's gone for a 2-0. Richard is 2-0. Johnny 2-3. Johnny 2-3. Matty K, Darren 1-3. Matty K 0-0. No goals for Matty. And then who did I say was the other one? 1-3 with Darren. Darren 1-3. And we have a 0-2 for Leo. And then if I'm working backwards, I've got Rob Belcher at 1-2. Lord Rodney 2-3. Rob Belcher 1-2. And I have Drooler at 2-3. Lee Wiz at 1-2. The Wiz is coming in at 1-2. Gus Parker 3-0. Daniel 2-1. I think I might have done Daniel already. Yeah, I did do Daniel. Colin Blackshaw 1-2. Colin Blackshaw 1-2. Oh, my head. Jess 1-2. Oh, my neck. 1-2 for Jess. 1-2 for Jess. 1-2 for Michael. 1-2 for Michael. 1-0 for Ed M. 1-0 for Ed M. 1-2 for Neil. Where's Neil? 1-2 for Neil. I think that might have been all the ones I had. Big John at 1-2. Did I put Big John in? Yeah, I did. Adrian and Mikey Romero, I think I did. Right, so I'm missing Paul G, Queen Ellie, Finn, Andy Lloyd, Phil Coys. And as I go down the bottom, are anyone there? Okay, Ellie is in with a 2-3. Ellie is in with a 2-3. 2-3. Well, I'm going to be a party pooper for all you guys. And I'm going to tell you the score will actually be West Ham 3, Brentford 1. We move on to the next game. The next game, Crystal Palace versus Everton. Palace v Everton, please, people. We move on. Palace v Everton. Oh, God, the jump. Hotspurs is first in again. Daz says 2-1. 2-1. The Daz says Crystal Palace 2, Everton 1. Neil says it's going to be a 1-1 draw. Neil is a 1-1 draw. Then I've got Jimmy at 2-0. Jimmy's got me a 2-0. After Jimmy, I have Big John at 2-1. Mikey Romero, 2-1. Mikey Romero, 2. Ronnie, 1-0. Ronnie, 1-0. 1-2 for Christopher Inshaw. 1-2. One 1-0 for Ryan G. Ryan G. It's gone 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-2 to Page. 1-2 for Page. And I have a 1-0 for Nita. A 1-0 for Nita. A 2-0 for Archer. A 2-1 for Adrian. A 2-0 for Spurs GCTV. Graham says 2-0. Jess, 2-1. The Wiz at 1-0. Michael, 2-0. Ben, 14-18. 13-18. 2-0 for Leo. Leo, 2-0. And 0-1 for Rob. A 2-0 for Drew Lala. A 2-1 for Carl. A 2-1 for Darren. Darren. 3-2 for Johnny. A 2-0 for Lord Rodney. Lord Rodney, 2-0. 5-0 for... Start now, Mark, because I'll roll them back afterwards. So start now, mate. Matty K, 5-0. I'm just been marking to the show. I've got a feeling he will leave his score, as he will do it. So I'll just add him now and make it easy for me later on down the line. But add Mark into the show now. And then when Mark puts his score in, we can start from there. I think Richard said 2-1. So I'll go to Richard with a 2-1. Mark's gone for a 2-2. Daigle to start Mark off. You're in, Mark. I got ya. 2-1 for Edem. Uh, 2-0 for Quez and a 2-0 for Colin. 2-0 for Quez. 2-0 for Colin. Oh, I'm missing a few here, aren't I? I'm missing at the moment. I need to go back. Doesn't mean you haven't left them in there. I'm going to go back. It's Gus Parker, Paul G, Queen Ellie, Dan Coys, Finn, Andy Lloyd, Gus Parker 0-1. Right, Gus Parker 0-1. So it's just Queen Ellie, Dan Coys, but Dan might be back after. Queen Ellie's the only one I'm missing. Let me just make sure that I haven't got Queen Ellie's score in here. I don't think I have. She's done West Ham 2-3. And that was the last score she did. Right. So, Crystal Palace, Everton. Any last takers? I've gone for Crystal Palace 2. Everton 0. 2-0 Palace is what I've gone for. The next game is Liverpool versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. Liverpool versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. What say you? Scouse or the Dudley boys? Is it the Scouse? I like their la, or is it I'm from Dudley? Oh, we got. God, did that jump Palace 2-1? Right, Palace. So Palace 2-1 for Ellie, and then I'm going to go back with the rest of the people. Right, so we have got at the moment we've got Jimmy Hotspur is 3-1. Jimmy H 3-1. Spurs diehards, Adrian's going for 2-0. Adrian is going for a 2-0 victory. Gus Parker's going for a 5-0 victory. So Gus is going 5-0 to the Scouts. Big John is going for 4-1 for Liverpool. Lee Wiz is going 3-1 for his hometown club. The 3-1 for the Wiz. Then we have Paige going at 2-1. Then we have Neil at 2-2. Neil at 2-2. Christopher at 3-1. 3-1. I then have Graham at 2-0. I then have Ronnie at 3-0. 3-0. Ed M. His score is hiding. Ed M is 3-1. 3-1 for Ed. And then we have Mikey Romero at 3-0. And Nita at 2-0. So Mikey R is a 3-0. Nita is a 2-0. Oh no, Nita's a 2-1. Sorry, Ma for Nita. 2-1. Aradela. 4-0 for Colin Blackshaw. 4-0 for Colin B. 3-1 for Ryan G. Not confident. Ryan. 3-1 to the Pool. 3-1 for Drula. 3-1 for Rob Belcher. 3-1 for Drula. And a 3-1 for Robbie B. 4-1 for Carl. 4-1 for Carl. 2-1 says Archer. Good Brummy accent, Jose. Dudley. Dudley, the Block Country. Dudley. 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 And the Scout says, all right, there, lad. All right. Sound for the pound. Sound for the pound. We're not from Dudley, Jose. No, but you're as near as fuck, Dudley. You're in the Black Country. The Wolverhampton Wanderers supporters are definitely in the Black Country. 3-1 for Queen Ellie. Queen Elle's Bells. Benton Core. Bissouma. Saar. Yeah. Name a load of players and keep going for ages. I'm just looking for Ellie. Oh, Ellie's up here. Ellie's gone for 3-1. And I've got Ellie's already. So why did Ellie's appear again? I've got 3-1. Just 2-1. Which are there, Jess is 2-1. So I'm up to date. There we go. 2-1. 4-0 for Richard. 4-0 for Richard. Darren says 3-1. Darren says 3-1. Quez is 3-0 to Liverpool. Johnny says 4-0. I think Matty says 0-1. Is that right? Yeah, Matty's gone for 0-1. Hotspurs says 4-0. Hotspurs says 4-0. Leo El Malhai 3-0. 3-0. Daniel 0-1 and 3-0. Dan Guiz 0-1 and 3-zip. You're in, Dan. You're in. Right, so I am missing. Am I missing anyone for the Liverpool? Paul GB hasn't been around for ages. Ben, Finn, Corey Boy, Andy Lloyd, Lord Rodney and Mark Taylor. Lord Rodney and Mark Taylor. Do you have scores for this game? Liverpool v Wolves. Let me just go and make sure that I haven't missed them. So I'm looking for Mark Taylor and Lord Rodney. And I'm going through now. Taylor, Lord Rodney. Yeah, Dan, I've got you. So Mark Taylor and Lord Rodney. Don't know what's happened, but I'm missing your scores for Liverpool versus Wolves. Let's just have a look at the old click counter, see if people have been liking or not, and then I can move on. Oh, we've had one since I last looked. Oh, yeah, one since I last looked. We're on 36 likes. Have you still got the old bill round, Grant, or do you want to start from here? Because then I can roll them back for you. Or do you just want to leave them in the stream at the end of the show? Bearing in mind that you've got to get them in because there's two games being... There's two games. Grant, I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. I don't know what's happening on Wednesday night, mate. David Clark's here. Good afternoon, David. We'll start you from 3-1. No, I really don't know what's happened. You'll have to enlighten me later, mate. I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. I know nothing about Wednesday. Okay. Yeah, because there are the four. I mean, if you wanted to do the Premiership games, you can do. If you wanted to hang about and do the four bonus games, Grant, it's down to you. Is this the lady that passed? Is this the lady that got stabbed, the 58 or 59-year-old? I saw something like that, but that was on the news. But I'm not sure because I don't know where the road is, even though I've lived there for years. Grant, if you want to... I put Grant in 3-1. It's David Clark. What I'll say, Grant, is that the four games, because one's being played early tonight, it might be worth doing your bonus games. Yeah? It might be worth doing your bonus games first. I need to look for David Clark and add David Clark in this. Yeah, David Clark, I'm rolling back for a few of you. It won't just be you, it'll be a few of you. It's up to you, Grant. Do you want to start now? You can do, because if you start now, I can do it. Otherwise, it's up to you. Do what you want. Anyway, I'm missing some people here. So I'm missing Lord Rodney, David Clark. No, I'm not. I've got David Clark. So I'm missing Mark Taylor. Mark Taylor, Lord Rodney. Right, I don't know who else I'm missing here. So Grant, do you want to start now and then do the rest afterwards? It's just I want to make sure that you get yours in, so to speak. So you'll have to let me know, because the four games that are being played tonight, you won't know about some of them because then we might be too late. And Matthew's here. Matthew, you taking part? Matthew's here and he's gifted 5 Tel Cockerel memberships. Thank you very much, Matthew. It's very, very kind of you. And these have gone to Renee, William E, Ryan G, Richard, and Mikey Romero. 3 of these people are currently in the show at the moment and may well show their appreciation to you for giving these out. You've already got a thank you from Ryan G. You've got a thank you from Mikey Romero as well, and you've got a thank you from Richard. So 3 of the people, Matthew, are already in the show, and they've already thanked you for your gifted memberships. So with that being said, Matthew, I think you've played this before. If you haven't, let me know, Matthew. Have you played before or not? And if so, what's your score prediction for Liverpool versus Wolves? So have you played before, yes or no? And then what's your prediction for this match? And as we do that, I will add Grant as a 3-1. Right, so what is your prediction then, Matthew, for this game? Liverpool versus Wolves, and we'll start you here. And then I can roll back for everybody later who's turned up late. Right, let me see. Right, 2-0. Okay, Matthew, I'll put you in now at 2-0. And that's another player. And I'm going to move on to the next fixture, which is the last fixture of the Premiership games. Remember, we've got 4 bonus games outside of the Premiership, and they will be at leagues that we've not visited this year. The last game of the weekend for everyone in the Premiership is Tottenham versus Manchester United. Lord Rodney's coming with a tool draw. Right, Lord Rodney, I've got you. So, next game, Tottenham versus Man United. Right, I have got a 2-2 draw from Christopher Inshaw in this next game. So Christopher Inshaw has gone to 2-2. Then we have, after Christopher Inshaw, we have Carl Simpson at 2-1. Carl Simpson is 2-1. Sorry, can I just say I went for Liverpool 4, Wolves 0. Carl Simpson 2-1. Graham 3-1. Big John 2-1. 2-1 for Big John. 3-1 for Jess and a 3-1 for Neil. Jess is here, 3-1. A 3-1 for Neil. And then we have 2-1 for Edem, 2-1 for Ryan G. Edem and Ryan G. $3-2 for the Wiz. The Wiz is 3-2 for the Wiz. I then have a 2-2 for Rob Belch and a 2-1 for Adrian. 2-1 for Adrian. Did I say 2-2 for Rob Belcher? Yeah, I did. 2-2 for Rob Belcher. I then have a 2-1 for Matthew. 2-1 for Matthew. I then have a 3-1 for Archer. 3-1 for Archer. I then have a 3-1 for Darren. Darren. 3-1 for Darren. I've got 2-1 for David Clark. David Clark, 2-1. And then we have 4-1 for Mikey Romero. Mikey Romero for Oopsie Daisy. 4-1. 2-2 for Wolves versus the Paul Jose. I thought I'd got you in. Yeah, I've done you, Lord Rodney. I put you in for that score. 4-2 because I saw your score and I called it out when I saw it. So I've done you already for that. 4-2 for Michael. A 3-1 for Drula. Tot Spurs says 3-2. Tot Spurs says 3-2. Come on, I need to move my neck back. 3-2 for Tot Spurs. A 2-1 for Richard. Where's Richard? There we go, he's up there. 2-1 for Richard. I have a 1-3 for Colin Blackshaw. Colin Blackshaw. 1-3. 1-3 for Colin Blackshaw. 3-4 for Matty K. 3-4 for Matty K. A 2-1 with Johnny. 2-1 with Johnny. A 1-2 for Gus. 1-2 for Gus. A 1-3 for Lord Rodney. Lord Rodney, 1-3. First person I think is predicted an away win in this game at the moment. And no, sorry, Matty K's gone for an away win as well. We doing the Dublin Derby, Jose. I don't know who the Dublin Derby is, but We've done Ireland already, I think, or we've done the first division in Ireland. But I'm doing 4 divisions so that we've not touched as yet. Nita is going for a 3-2. Ronnie's going for a 2-1. Jimmy Hotspur's going for a 1-2. So another one with away victory. You're not alone. There's 3 of you now, I think, at least, like I've seen. Leo says 3-2. Leo says 3-2. 3-2. Ellie has gone for 1-1. And let me just find Ellie, because I think Ellie was missing some scores. Ellie, when we do, yeah, you're still missing only the 1 score, I think, Ellie. Only 1 is still missing, which we can do the rollback when we do it later. Paige says 1-3, come on United. Not surprisingly, Paige is a Manchester United supporter. You know, be surprised if you didn't support your side. Daniel says 2-1. Daniel says 2-1. Right, I think that's where I am, unless YouTube is jumping around. And I am missing scores from Quez and Grant. Quez, Grant, and Mark Taylor. So let me just go back and check. Quez, Grant, Mark Taylor. Quez, Grant, and Mark Taylor. Quez, Grant, and Mark Taylor. No, I definitely haven't got scores for any of these people. It's Bohemians versus Shamrock. Right. Quez, Grant, and Mark Taylor. Haven't got a score for you. And I'm going to give you each score. I'm going to check what the scores are on the likes. So, the like game's gone up. It's gone up by a couple more. Yeah, it's gone up by a couple more. That's not so bad. We're on 39. Try to get 50 for this show, but it might be at a push today. But anyway, for the people that I've just called out, that's Grant, Mark Taylor, and Quez, I'm going to move on to the next game. Right, I'm going to move on to the next game. Oh, Roundtable Talk's coming with a 2-1 in this game. So let me just get Roundtable. So Nick's here. Good morning to you still, Nick. Good morning to you. I hope you're well. Let me just side dancer start from here. If you guys start from here, I'll include you in the rollback that I'm going to be doing. And as per usual, I will call the people's names out as we roll back. Side, give me a score for this game, please. No, I'm going to do a rollback for people because there's a few of you I need to roll back for. So just need to get Side's going for a 2 draw. So don't worry, I will roll back as I'm going along because there's some other people. I will call out your names and I'll tell you what scores you need to give me and for when. Right. The first game for the bonus predictions this week is I take you to the Scottish Highland League, and it's a match that's being played tonight between Inverurie and Devonvale. Inverurie versus Devonvale in the Scottish Highland Division being played tonight. And Matty K has come in with a 0-0. So this is when all you Google experts try and start looking it all up, and yeah, you know the routine because you lot do it. So I've got a 0-0 from AK. Adrian's coming with a 2-1. Adrian's gone with a 2-1. Let me see what else we got here. Big John 3-0. I love it when people start. Yeah, they all know about these obscure leagues that we've never heard of until we start doing these shows. 2-1 for Tot Spurs. I've heard of Inverurie in the past when it's been Scottish FA Cup games, and they've used to do the pools back years ago. Inverurie Locomotive and stuff like that, and you're just like, who? But today we're including them. It's Inverurie versus Devonvale in the Scottish Highland League. This game is being played tonight. So some people that may put their predictions in to the stream later, depending on what time they do it. Chelsea's match is tonight, and so is this one. 2-1 for Roundtable, 0-0 for Gus P. Another one who's gone for a 0-0. There's 2 people in this game that have gone for a 0-0. Don't often see that. Ed M 2-2. Side dancer 2-0. We have Richard at 2-1. Whoops. Richard is, where's Richard? Richard at 2-1. Richard at 2-1. Let me find Richard at 2-1. And then we have Leo and Rob and Christopher all on a 1-0 victory. Leo, Rob, Christopher. All 1-0s. God, I hope I don't have to head of the ball tonight. God, my neck ain't all stiff. I need to get a laptop with my eyesight on it. 2-0 for Colin B. For Colin B. 2-0 with Johnny. Johnny. 2-0. 2-1 for the Wiz. 2-1 for Carl. 2-1 for the Wiz. And 2-1 for Carl. Two-1 for Lord Rodney. One-0 for Neil. Neil. Did I say 1-0 for Neil? Yeah. 1-0 Neil. 3-0 the Queen. 3-0 for the Queen. 1-0 for Nita. Nita. Um, 3-0 for Michael. We got after Michael. I lived in Inverurie as a baby. It's near Aberdeen, says Archer. Daniel C says 3-0. Spurs GC is going for 2-0. Jess is going for 3-1. Fourth versus 10th, says Christopher. And Paige is going for a 1-0. Paige 1-0. Darren 2-0. Darren 2-0. Inverurie is in between Inverness and Aberdeen on the A96, says Big John. Matthew says 3-2. Matthew is 3-2. Paul G, you've missed a few. I'm going to do the rollbacks after Paul, so you're just going to have to hear when I call your name like I normally do that this is where you come in. Then that's where you come in, mate. I used to park up there, says John. Ryan G says 3-1. It's interesting. I bring you geography. It's better the further north you go, Jess. So as you go past Inverness and you go to Strathpetha and further up, it gets better and better as you go past the Lochs and their glens and the Ross-shire beef counties up there. It gets better and better. Colder and colder, but it gets better and better. Inverurie 2-1 for David Clark. Right, I've got David Clark. Archer's also gone for a 2-1. I have Archer in a 2-1. Geography's been brilliant. We've educated people on this channel for a while now. It's been brilliant. 2-0 for Ronnie. 2-0 for Ronnie. Ronnie was Ronnie. 2-0. Jimmy Hotspur says 2-1. Right, so I am missing a few people, and it could well be that it's this YouTube-y jumping up and down. Drula's gone for 2-1 because he was one of the ones that I was missing, but she's now appeared as a 2-1, so I've got her. Let me go down the roster, see if I've got anyone else missing. I still have Quez missing. I don't know where Quez has disappeared to. Phil Coys, Mark Taylor. I think we pretty much have everyone else. I've gone for. Yeah, if you haven't done so already, like Matty says, smash the likes. I've gone for Inverruri 2, Deverham Val 0 is what I've gone for. So I've gone for a 2-0. Adrian, you can do this, but I'm going to be going back and I'm going to be doing them for everyone. But I'll just, you're trying to catch up the two that you missed. Right, I'll do yours, Adrian, and then I'm going to move on. 0-3 for Adrian and a 2-2. Right. Right, the second bonus game of the weekend takes us to Aruba. You all know about the Aruba League or Arubian League or whatever it may well be. Aruba. So the League of Aruba. And the game is between Estrella and La Fama. Estrella versus La Fama in the Aruba League. Matty K's gone for a 0-0 again. This, educate yourselves. This is the Aruba League. Oh, yeah. Aruba. Aruba. Matty K's got for a 0-0. Let me put Matty in at 0-0. So it's the Aruba League. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Aruba is probably the country, but how you say Arubian or Aruban, I don't know. But it's the Aruba League, and it's between Estrella and La Fama. Estrella means star in Spanish, and La Fama means fame. So I'm not too sure, but they're the team names. It's Estrella La Fama, Estrella versus La Fama. It's Daniel. It is Aruba. Look at Aruba because that's where I found it on Flash Scores. Aruba, and the game's taking place tomorrow. Matty Kushner. Let me have a look. Big John's gone 1-0. I love it. This is all geography. When it comes to this part of the show, we are geographizing everyone. See, I'm making names up as I go along. 2-0 for Johnny. 1-0 to Big John. 1-0 for Colin B. All the Google experts will put in their scores a bit later because they've Googled it up and think they can work it all out. As far as I'm aware, if I remember right, there's only 2 games that have been played in that league. If I remember off the top of my head, I think there's only 2 games that have been played. So it's not giving much away. 2-1 for Adrian. And I am going on memory because I did that all. I found all these this morning, so the memory's quite good for this morning. Any further back, I'll be struggling. I think Lee Wiz has gone for a 1-0. I've got to find Lee Wiz. He's here, and he's gone for a 1-0. 2-0 for Side Dance. I did say it's leagues that we haven't covered yet. I want to get all around the world so we can get everybody geographized. That's a word. 2-1, a 1-0 for Richard. And it brings a bit of fun to proceedings when you've got leagues you know nothing about. A Daigle for Neil. Neil's coming in with a Daigle. Then we have Rob Belcher at 3-0. Rob Belcher, 3-0. Oh, is that Rob there? Yeah, 3-0. And then I have, after Rob, I have Ed M at 2-1. Ed M. Here it is, Ed M 2-1. Lord Rodney's saying 1-0. Lord Rod is 1-0. Lord Rod is 1-0. Drula 0-1. 0-1. Paul G 2-0. G 2-0. Hotspurs 2-1. Mikey Romero is also 2-1. Christopher is 2-0. Leo is 1-0. Leo's playing safe. I was going to do the Japanese league because we haven't done the Japanese league, but they only start tonight. The first 3 games or whatever the weekend starts, and I thought to myself, us to throw in the Japanese league, there is no form whatsoever to go on, so I thought I wouldn't start on the Japanese league tonight. But in a few weeks' time, you know, the Japanese league would be coming up, so it gives you a bit of homework to do between now and whenever it may appear. Jimmy's got more a 1-2. I would have to guess, even if I played for them, says Neil. Found it. Daniel's found it. Michael is now 1-1. So has Daniel found it and not given me a score yet? Because the Googler's coming a lot later now with the score. So the scores that I've got from people will probably be scores that they've gone for. Other people will start Googling it and tell me what the scores are. I'm trying to see when we get to the Googlers. And I will then try and ascertain and guess when we've got to the Googlers and what the Googlers have gone for. Archer says 1-2. Paul G, sorry, Jose, I'm doing a driller. Can I change it to 0-2? Paul G to 0-2. Okay, 0-2 with Paul G. Gus Parker's going for a 1-0. Who's 2-1 for Ryan G? Right, 2-1 for Ryan G. Right, 2-1. And then you've got Daniel's going for a 1-2. After Googling it all, I'm surprised. A 1-2 Daniel's gone for. It's 1-1 for David Clark. Right, let me find David Clark. Where's David Clark? He's up here. He's gone for a 1-1. And then I've got right, so I am missing the score for this game from quite a few. Ellie, Nita, Darren, Ellie, Nita, Darren, and Matthew. So I'm going to have a check, but Ellie, Nita, Darren, and Matthew. Ellie, Nita, Darren, Matthew. Darren's 2-1. All right, Darren found you. You've appeared. It's a 2-1 for Darren. Ellie, Nita, and Matthew. Ellie, Nita, Matthew. I can't see them at all. Are they further down now? Yeah, Darren, I found you. So Ellie, Nita, Matthew. Last call for Ellie, Nita, Matthew. Estrella versus La Fama. Okay, so Nita's gone 0-2. So I'm now just waiting on Ellie and Matthew. Ellie and Matthew. And if not, I move on. Right, I'm going to move on. Game. Sorry, I've gone for Estrella 2, La Fama 1. Game number 3 of the 4 bonus games comes from Cambodia. We've not done the Cambodian league yet, and it's Anga Tiger versus Life FC. Matty K just comes in with a 0-0 again. I've got a feeling that Matty K might do 0-0 all the way down the line for the bonus games. Not sure. He may surprise me. But Matty K's gone for 0-0. So this is from the Cambodia League, and it's Anga Tiger versus Life FC. Adrian has gone for a 2-1. Adrian knows the league well. He is the Oracle after all, and he's coming in with a 2-1. We'll follow Adrian, the Oracle. 2-1 for Adrian. 1-2 to Big John. Big John says, don't follow the Oracle. Let's go the other way. 1-2 for Big John. A 2-1 for Nick. Nick, 2-1. If too many people go for the away victory, Nick will change his score. Colin B 4-0. Colin B 4-0. Right, Colin B 4-0. Right. Johnny 3-1. 3-1. Rob Belcher 1-0. Rob B 1-1. Lord Rodney 2-0. Tot Spurs 2-1. Tot Spurs 2-1. I had to do this, Matty, because people asked me to do it when I did a bonus prediction, because there's no games in the Premiership, and from then it stuck, and people asked me to do them in with the league games, so I do 4 bonus. Well, it was 3, and now it's found itself to 4, and it's stuck at 4. And it's obviously a chance for people to make up points. Even people that have played a long time, or people that have only played a short time, it's an opportunity to make up the points. 1-0 for Richard, 2-0 for Paige. Paige's done well. She stuck this out with us. First predictions for Paige. I wish you all the best, Paige. I hope you get as many points as possible. But like I said, it all will be revealed on Monday's show. 3-1 for Graham, 2-1 for Drula. A 1-2 for Ed M. A 2-1 for the Wiz. Wiz 2-1. Get the Wiz in. And then we've got Michael at 3-0. Michael at 3-0. Michael's up here, isn't he? Yeah, Michael 3-0. And then after Michael at 3-0, I have Carl Simpson at 3-1. 3-1 for Carl. And then we have a 3-0 for Christopher. Christopher. Where is he? He's up here. 3-0 for Christopher. 2-0 for Neil. A 1-0 for Nita. 1-0 for Nita. Sometimes they're right in front of me, sometimes they go and hide in. It's a 4-letter word, Nita. There we go, found you. Nita went for 1-0. Mikey Romero has gone for 2-0. Mikey Romero, 2-0. And then after Mikey Romero, side dancer is 0-2. I then have Life Wins. Leo's going for a 1-2. Leo, 1-2. I hope your little one is better as well, Leo, by the way. I hope she's on the road. She had lurgies, you said the other day, I think, in one of the shows, and I hope she is feeling better soon, my friend. There's nothing like a child not being able to sleep because they are not feeling well. It's unfair on the blighter. I hope she feels better soon. Jess 2-1. 2-1 to Jess. Life FC have not won a game yet, says Christopher Inshaw. Jess 2-1. Darren 2-0. Darren 2-0. 2-0. And then Gus Parker's Gamera 2-1. And then Archer's gone for 4-0. Big John, being Big John, says that he hasn't heard of the I did. So what I've done, Matty, I've put out there's this new thing on YouTube that you can do, I don't know, goals, set a goal up. And I set a goal up, and if that goal was reached, I was going to do, it says there that if I reach my goal, I'll do a member show tomorrow. But I've not reached that goal yet. But if I do reach that goal, then I will do a member show. Ryan G says 3-0. Ronnie says 3-0. I've got phone from Ryan G and Ronnie. They're both together there. 3-0. 3-0. I've got a feeling I'm going to do badly in this week's predictions because I've behaved myself and not changing my scores. Pace says, thanks. There's still one more game to go, Pace. They train on hard mud or waterlogged fields. Seen it in a YouTube documentary, says Colin. See, all the geography comes out. Drula's getting excuses in already, says Daniel to Drula. Do you have messages on your settings or just top messages? Sometimes some of the messages disappear when you have it in the top messages. Anger 1-2 for David Clark. David Clark's going for a 1-2 in this game. And then I'm blaming it on Paul G. Daniel calling me out. Just checked, and Anger have got a better website than most Premier League clubs, says Carl Simpson. Sounds like a life assurance company, says Jimmy Hotspur. Paul G's got the 1-0. Now, this is where all the bantering starts in the chat, and this is what's good about this, is all the bantering that you lot give each other in the chat, trying to outscore each other and outpsych each other, even though they're not your teams, and all they are is our predictions. It's fantastic, fantastic. Must be like playing in a quagmire out there, says Archer. Right, so for this game, I am missing. Am I missing anyone? Yeah, Queen Ellie for the last. This is the second one on the trot that she's missed, and then other people that have not been around. I've gone for Anger Tiger 3, Life FC 0. So no googling from me, but that's what I've gone for. And the last prediction of the week, for the majority of you who've done the predictions, others I will roll back after this, is in La Liga 2. So La Liga 2, and it's Eldense versus La Coruña. Eldense versus La Coruña. La Liga 2. Big John's coming first with a 1-2. A 1-2 for Big John. A 1-3 for Mikey R. People are a bit quick on this one, so does that mean they might know the teams because they're a bit quicker? Johnny Reviews 0-2. Colin Blackshaw 0-2. Colin Blackshaw 0-2. Who would go after Colin Blackshaw? God, this is jumped and pumped. Right, 0-2. Lee Wiz has gone 1-2. The Wiz Kid has gone 1-2. Leo the Mile Height has gone 1-1. Leo El High Mile has gone for a 1-1 draw. And then we have 0-3 for Side Dancer. A 0-3 for Side Dancer. A 1-2 for Drula. A 1-3 for Jess. A 0-2 for Rob. There's a Rob Belcher. 0. Oh. Round table says 2-1. Adrian says so. Nick's 2-1. Adrian's 2-1. Adrian 2-1. Nick 2-1. Sounds like Jim Davidson. Nick 2-1. 1-0 for Edem. 1-0 for Edem. And then we have Christopher at 1-2. Christopher Inshore 1-2 for Christopher. And then we have Carl Simpson at 1-2. Carl Simpson 1-2. After Carl Simpson, we have Richard at 2-0. Richard 2-0. Tot Spurs 2-1. Elden Nita 1-3. David Clark has gone 0-2 for David. A 1-3 for Darren. A 1-3 for Darren. A 0-2 for Neil. Neil, let me see if I Neil 0-2 for Neil. So this game is Eldense versus La Coruña, and we have Ronnie at 0-4. Ronnie at 0-4. What should I pick? Let me think. Yeah, I'll go for a 0-0, says Matty K. 4 zips on the trot for May. Spurs GCT. Graham's gone for a 1-2. Michael's gone for a 0-2. Michael 0-2. Jimmy H has gone for a 1-0. Jimmy H has gone for a 1-0. Who else we got here? We've got Lord Rodney at 1-2. Lord Rod at 1-2. I went on holiday to La Coruña last summer. It's lovely. Ryan G has gone 1-2. Archer's gone 1-2. Page has gone 0-3 with a bit of verb to it. And I wasn't going to say that. I was going to leave it to the end of this, but it says 0-3 for Deportivo La Coruña. Roy Mackay's old club, says Page. Paul G says 1-2. Well, I'll let you guys know if you don't know already, but that is my local team in Spain. I am from Coruña, and we are the league will show. It says La Coruña is the name, but we are the mighty Deportivo. It is Eldense versus Deportivo La Coruña, but because it shows it on the site as being that, I've just named the game what it says on the site. But it is my beloved Deportivo that are playing against Eldense. 1-0 from Gus Parker. A 0-1 for Daniel. A 0-1 for Daniel. Have I got any more? Juan Carlos Valeron was class. Valeron, Diego, Tristan, Pandiani, Mackay, good old days. Listen, I can give you more. I can give you Jalminia. I can give you Silva. I can give you Luque. I can give you Fran. I can give you loads of players. Loads and loads of players. Right, are we missing anyone on here? Right, at the moment, I am missing. Am I missing anyone? No, I think that most of the people that have been with us most of the show have got them in. I have gone for Eldense 0, the mighty Deportivo, all in blue and white, Super Blues as they call themselves, the Super Blues 2. So Eldense 0, La Coruña 2. So everybody, apart from the people that I call out now, you are all locked in. This is where I'm going to start doing the rollbacks. And the rollbacks, I'll call your name so you know that you've got to put a score in. So for the first game, I am looking for Lord Rodney, the Whiz Kid, Mark Taylor, David Clark, Grant, Matthew, Nick, Side Dancer, and anybody that's new that wants to play the game. Your first game is Brighton versus Chelsea. Yes, Dusha, Aldo Dusha, the Argentinian player, played for Deportivo as well. You're quite right. He did play for Deportivo. For people that are leaving, make sure you hit the like button on the way out. Thank you very much for being here. Have a blessed weekend. I will see you all on the show on Monday. But for the rest of the people that are still locked in, that still have to do scores, I have called your names out. So if I've called your names out, it's because I need a score from you. And that would be Rodney, Wiz, Mark Taylor, Deese, David Clark, Grant, Matthew, Nick, Side Dancer. Paige, you're done, darling. You're in, you're sorted. It's only the people that I call their names out. If I call your name out, it's because I need a score from you. If you haven't taken part already, this is the rollback that I'm doing now. This is your opportunity to enter your scores in now. So Lord Rodney's coming with a 2-2 draw. Right. Then I've got Side Dancer at 1-2. Side dancers, 1, 2. So if I call your name, is when you have to come back in and give me your scores. Lee Whiskey 2-2 as well. David Clark 1-2. Round table 2-1. So I am missing Matthew, Grant, and Mark. Matthew, Grant, Mark. If I don't hear back from you guys, I move on to the next one. Right, the next game is for Corey Boy, for Rodney, Wiz, Mark, David, Clark, Grant, Matthew, Nick, and Side Dancer. And your game is Leicester versus Arsenal. Fran's son has just signed for Fran. Was brilliant, left-footed player. Fran was our captain. He was a great player. Donato was a great player. We had so many good players back in the 90s and the early noughties. Fantastic players at the club. But we've gone and we've been in the doldrums for many years. But we've been bought out. We've got out of debt, and now we're starting to climb the leagues back up, trying to get back to La Primera. And we are doing well. Changed our manager, and we're doing quite well. So I don't often talk about them because no one really wants to know about the Deportivo. But yeah, they're doing well. They're on their way back. Lord Rodney's got the 1-2. Right, so I've got you. Right, so from the people that have Nico Gonzalez is Fran's son, is he? I didn't know. If he is, then he's Man City bought him from a Portuguese club. Let me just see. Grant and Matthew and Mark are obviously not here because they're not coming back into the show. Corey Boy's not coming back in. And so we move on to the next game. So the next game is for Andy Lloyd, Corey Boy, Rodney, Wiz, David Clark, Nick, Side Dancer, Matthew, Grant, and Mark. I'm calling out all the disciples. Aston Villa versus Ipswich, please. Aston Villa, Ipswich. Well, I should be paying attention to the TV when Man City play and see if Fran is in the crowd to watch his son. 2-1 to Nick in his score. It's a 2-1 Nick. So educational, we've learned that Fran's son is Nico Gonzalez, who Man City have just signed. He had a wand of a left foot, Fran. 3-1 for the Wiz, 3-1 for Lord Rodney. Lord Rodney, mate, you are done. I had all your scores. So you're done, sir. You are in. I won't be calling your name out again in vain. David Clark, 2-1. 2-1. All right. Got that. So the names that I'm going to call out for the next one is Paul. No, not Paul. Paul's not in yet. Is Corey Boy, Andy Lloyd, The Wiz, Mark, David, Grant, Matthew, Nick, and Si. And your next game, please, people, is Fulham versus Nottingham Forest. Fulham, Nottingham Forest. I bet. I'll tell you what, Daniel. I was in Coruña, and I was in the arches. They've got the walks across the from the Rio Thora beach. You've got the walks where all the cafes and all the bijou places are. And I was sitting down there, and who happened to walk past with his mobile phone? Noradine Nibet, and he just signed for us, but he was getting his gear ready to be sent over, and he sat down in a cafe opposite the Rio Thora beach and had a coffee and a chat with me. An absolute gentleman. Superb, sitting down and having a chat with him about it and how he was looking forward to coming to the club, and that fantastic time. I'll always remember it. He'd sat down and had the time of day. He was on his own, walking, had his mobile phone in his hand, and he was just walking, soaking up the last few days or hours that he had left there, getting ready to come over to Tottenham Hotspur. And he sat down and told me what pride it was for him to be moving to play for us and that. So yeah, he was a fantastic person to talk to. Great club. My bet was Nige. If you're gonna do it, good afternoon, Nige. I hope you're well. If you're gonna do it, Nige, it has to be soon after this stream because 2 of the matches start in an hour and a half's time. So Chelsea Brighton and the first. I don't know whether you want to do it, Nige, but do you want to get the Chelsea Brighton game in now, and also the first bonus game, which is Inverurie versus Derrenvale. If you get them in now, then you can put the rest in. Otherwise, they both have to be in by 1 game kicks off at, I don't know what time the Scottish game kicks off at. I'm going to need to look. Right, Scottish game. Right, they both games kick off 8 o'clock tonight. So Brighton and Inverurie both kick off at 8 o'clock tonight. Cap de Jean, right, 2-1 and 1-2. So I'll let you, and then you can do the rest, Nige. Just wanted to make sure that it gives you time and you don't lose out on both games. So you've gone for 2-1 to Brighton, 2-1 for the home win, and you've gone for the away victory in the Inverurie game. Okay, so 1-2. Right, Nige, I look forward to seeing your stuff later, mate. Thank you. Right, we move on to the next game. The next game is for Paul G, Ellie, Paul G, Ellie, Finn, Ben, Corey, Andy, Phil Coys, Wiz, Matthew, David, Grant, Mark, Matthew, Nick, and Side Dancer. For all you guys, your next game is Man City Newcastle, please. Ellie, if you're still here, this is the game that you're missing. This is the game that you need to jump in on. Paul G, you're back in the game.
You know, it's not like you have to get up extra. It's not going to take 2 hours to get there, is it? You should make it a little cheaper as well. It takes me 45 minutes to walk to the train station. Yeah, exactly. So it might be worth it.
What we gone for? So Wiz has gone for a 2-3 in this game. Right, Wiz, you're done. You're in. You're done. I've got all your scores, Wiz. Lionel Scaloni played. Yeah, he's the manager of Argentina. We've had loads of players. Round table's gone for 1-2. So Nick's gone for 1-2. Side Dancer's gone for 2-2. David Clark's gone for a 2-1. Paul G has gone for 2-1. There's Paul G, because Paul G was missing something. There's Paul G. 2-1 for Paul G. And I presume Ellie has left. Right. The next one. Right, the next game is for Paul G. I think some of the others ain't even in now, so I'm just going to call out the people here. Paul G, David, Nick, Side Dancer. You guys are here. You guys are the ones for the next game. Southampton, Bournemouth, South Coast Derby for the 4 of you.
That's why I think that way kind of if the bus doesn't come, like it's one of those buses you know they can't come and delay. If it's delayed by 2 hours, they will be trying to start walking to the train station instead. If the Eastern Day Rider, 475, just means you can get as many tickets as you want trapped between midnight and 4 a.m. next day. 475 cheaper.
Right, what we got here? Right, Kuva, I need, there's the first bonus game is between Inveruri. So this is just for Kuva, just so you can see. The first bonus game, Kuva, is Inveruri versus Deveronval, and they're both kicking off. That and the Brighton game are both kicking off at 8 o'clock. But if you want, Kuva, I'm happy to start from here, from where we are now, and roll back for you because you're the only one, and I can roll back for you. But we're currently on Southampton, Bournemouth. If you want, Kuva, if you want to enter your score, you can do. You know the score, Coos. I'll do anything. I'm not too fast. I can get it all done. So if you want to get yours in now, mate, you're more than welcome to do so. If you're in a rush, then just get your Deronval one in, and we'll be able to go from there. So 3-1 for Brighton. Okay, sorry, it's 3-1 for Brighton. Okay, so you want 3-1 for Brighton, and you want 3-1 for the Inveruri game. All right, I've got you. But if you wanted to change anything, mate, it was up to you. Vindaloo, doing this from the airport lounge. Vindaloo, start from here, Southampton, Bournemouth, because it'd be easier because I'm on this now. I don't mind doing this. We'll start from here with you, Vindaloo, and I can roll back what you miss. So it's your call, Vindaloo, but I'm happy to do that. Right, so I'm just going to add these scores. Okay, so I'm going to go back to where am I? Paul G came in with a 2-1. So I've got train of thought 2-1. Yeah, that was up there. Then round table's gone 1-2, so that'd be down here. Right, so round table, you've gone for the 1-2 to Bournemouth. Right, 1-2 to Bournemouth. But yeah, Paul G. So side dancer's gone 1-3. Side dancer 1-3. Paul G. David Clark 1-3. Paul G 0-2. And then Vindaloo and Kuva if they want to give me a score. If not, it's up to them. But Paul G's gone for 0-2. Right. Next game for everybody that's still playing. So it's Paul G, David Clark, Nick, side dancer, and anybody else that wants to start, they can do. Is West Ham versus Brentford, please. West Ham v Brentford. Uh, 1-2 for Nick. 1-2 for Nick. A 1-1 for Si. A 1-1, so a 1-1 and a 1-2. So a 1-2 for David Clark and a 1-2 for Paul G. Right, for the same people that are currently here at the moment playing, your next game, because I can see that Kuva and Vindaloo are not putting anything in, so they may want to do it in their own time, is we'll move on to Crystal Palace versus Everton, please, people. Palace Everton. 2-1 for round table for Nick. 2-1. Side dance, David Clark 1-0. David, you're done, mate. You're sorted. Don't forget to hit the like button, but you're done, David. I've rolled back and you are in. I've got all your scores. And now, two 1 for Paul G. Right, 2-1 Paul G. Right, the next game is for Paul G. And Nick and Side Dancer. And your next game is Liverpool v Wolves. Liverpool Wolves, guys.
I don't care too much about what, because they don't really mean anything. It's meant to give you a feel of like being an example of college, but I've already been there. But I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try the best I can with that. And I'm going to try nearly the best I can. Physics will be like a whatever kind of step. But maths and econ, most of my university.
Right, so we've got I think it's 2-1 from Nick. Nick, you're in, you're done. And I think I've got 4-0 from Sai, you're done, you're in. So I've got you two guys, so you're in. Now I'm just waiting on Paul G. Paul G, I'm waiting on you, mate. What score for you? Liverpool versus Wolves, please, Paul.
Are you going to do an announcement? Are you going to do an announcement? We've got to play right after this. I'm here. I'm here. I've got lay down. Yeah, come here. Oh, donkey. I waited till yesterday.
Paul G's got my 3-0. Right, Paul G, you are the only one that's missing this score. So the last score for you is the match, our match at the weekend. So you're missing Tottenham versus Man United. Tottenham v Man United. Happy Valentine's Day to you, Nick. I hope you have a good day in whatever you choose to do. So Tottenham versus Man United.
I live at home still. You guys still have to pay for me everything. I can't afford to pay rent while I'm in uni.
2-0 for Paul G. Paul G, you're done. You're done. You're in. You're done. You're locked. Everybody else, I've given opportunities to, and everybody else has had a chance. I've got to where we are, and I've got to the end of the show. We've been going for 2 hours and 35 minutes. So what I will say is, if you haven't done so already, please smash the like on your way out for the show. It's probably the only thing that I do get from you guys is likes. Hopefully it helps the algorithm. But today we've had some kind sponsors and some kind donators to the show as well. Currently on 46 likes. I wanted to get it to 50, but we'll have to wait and see. But I'd like to thank everyone who's taken part today, old and new. It's brilliant to have you all on board taking part. You make it so much fun. I'm trying to figure out who done what, so if you bear with me, I will be able to thank people. Today we have had, just trying to figure out how many people have had take part today. Today live we've had, oh, the numbers are stacking. So we've had 51 people take part in the show. Apart from the 51, we know that I'm going to get loads on the screen after the show finishes who end up leaving their scores as well, because people want to score points this week. I want to play catch up. So yeah, there'll be a few more people that we've got to find and see. But for those that have taken part, 51. So I need to thank Paul G for his 6-month member chat. Jess for becoming a YouTube member again. Peter Kagayas for gifting out 5 memberships. Vindaloo for his super chat. Matthew for gifting out 5 Tel Cockerel memberships. And also to Ryan G, who's put in a member chat. He must have just put it in now. I didn't see it. So thank you for your work, Jose. Have a great weekend. Yes, thank you as well. Right, so let me just, Mr. M. Mr. M, you right, Mr. M, just for you, Brighton Chelsea, Mr. M, just because I want to get you in. Brighton Chelsea, Mr. M. We'll do this quickly because I've got to shoot off, but I'm prepared to do it. So Kuba's come in with a 0-1. So Kuba's come in handed. Right, so 0-1. Mr. M's coming with a 1-3. Mr. M, I'll just bring them up. You keep firing them in, yeah? There you go, Mr. M. You keep firing them in. As I'm doing Kuba's as we're speaking. 2-2. Right. There you go, mate. They're still rolling around. 2-2, 1-2 for Kuba there as well. A 1-2 again. A 0-2 for Kuba. Mr. M, Fulham Forest, 0-2. Lovely, jubbly, Mr. M, 0-2. There you go, Mr. M. Where am I with Cougars? 0-2. 2-1-3-0. 2-1. 3-0. 3-all. And I think Cooper gave me another score, didn't he? Southampton, Bournemouth, Mr. M. Let me see what he gave me. Cooper did give me some more. 3-1. 3-2. You're missing one game, Cooper. Don't run away, Cooper. You're missing one game. You're missing the game between Eldense and Deportivo La Coruña. Eldense versus Deportivo La Coruña. You're missing, mate. Mr. M says 1-2. West Ham Brentford, please, Mr. M. Cuva, if you're still there, mate, you're missing one game. Eldense versus La Coruña. Two-one. Right, Mr. M, your next game, sir, is Crystal Palace versus Everton, mate. Cooper, I was just about to message you, and you've just given it to me. Well done, Coos. Nice one. I got it, mate. You're all done, Cooper. Just about to message you. Well done, Coop. Take care, mate. Have a lovely weekend. Mr. M, 2-2. Right, got you 2-2. And then the next game for you, Mr. M, is Liverpool versus Wolves, mate. Liverpool versus Wolves, Mr. M. Now, you haven't made any mistakes. You're done, Cougar. You're sorted, mate. I believe that you've done all the scores. Whether you've made any mistakes or whether your predictions, I don't know, because I've just put in what you've given me. So, but yeah, that's all good. I've got you. Two 0 for Mr. M. Right, next game for you, Mr. M, is Tottenham versus Manchester United, please, Mr. M. One, two. Oh, is Vindaloo's coming hot? Oh, bear me a second, Vindaloo. How have you got? Right, Vindaloo, you just need to get the... What is he doing here? Right, Mr. M, your next game is Inverurie in the Highland League. Inverurie versus Devonvale. So you've gone for... Vindaloo's gone for a 2 draw. And he's gone for a 0-2. Then he's gone 3-0 to all. 2 all. 3-0 to all. Mr. M's got for a 3-1. Right, the next league is in the Aruba League, and it's Estrella versus La Fama. What's he got in here? He's gone 2-2, 0-2, 3-0, 2-2, 2-2, 0-3, 2-1. Mr. M's gone 1-3 in this game, 1-3. In the bin. Do you know, in the bin, start here, because then I can get you from here. Start here, and I'll get you from here, mate. In the bin. Let me find in the bin. It's up to you, mate. You can either start here or go from put them in the chat. Sorry, in the stream afterwards. Mr. M, your next game is... Yes, this one. It's Estrella versus La Fama. Right, so with Vindaloo, I've got to 2-1. Then Vindaloo's coming with another 2-1. Then Vindaloo's coming with a 3-1. Then a 1-3. Right, and now I'm on. So Mr. M, Estrella versus La Fama is what I'm on with you, mate. Mr. M, Estrella versus La Fama. In the bin's coming in with 1-1, so you're starting from here in the bin. So you're starting from this one, okay. Right, Mr. M's coming with a 1-3. Right, and this is from the Aruba League. It's coming 2-0. 2-3. 2-0. And a 1-2. Vindaloo, are you coming back or are you going on holiday? Or are you coming back? Right, Mr. M in the bin. Anyone else that's new? It's Anga Tiger versus LFC. And this is from the Cambodian League. Anga Tiger versus Life FC. Versus Life FC.
Reminding me tomorrow to late and especially some college stuff. I can college earlier to go like 11:20. Okay, by 11:11, I'm already in college, so I thought I'd skip 5 minutes to work there. So I booked earlier. And then I saw that before college and asked for I could have given it to her, but she didn't even return it on the floor. You'll find it. There it is.
Right. Have I got any scores from you guys? All right, Vindaloo, I'll catch up with you. Maybe I'll find out where you've been. In the bin has got the 0-2. Have I got any scores from you guys? Mr. M22. I'll catch up with you. Maybe I'll find out where you've been. Right, and then I've put down in here just in case for people. So to all the people on X, come and join us. Come and join in. Subscribe to the channel and join drama-free predictions with community banter. You've been listening. You can see we got banter in the chat. Eldense versus Deportivo La Coruña for Mr. M, and in the bin. So it's the La Liga 2. No, we haven't been to La Liga 2 this year. So it's Eldense versus La Coruña. What's the score for Mr. M and in the bin? Yeah, like I said, all the people on X, if you can, subscribe over to the channel because I only do this for subscribers because it's a lot of work that's involved, and don't know whether you can see what I'm doing or you're just hearing me on X, but I have to put every individual score into a spreadsheet, and then I have to populate it, and then I have to do the workings out, and it's a lot of work, like I said, but I'm happy to do it for people that subscribe to the channel. So I always put the show on subscriber only, and you know, at the end of the day, you subscribe to the channel, it's free to enter, and it's all a bit of fun. Right, Mr. M, I have all your predictions. I'm rolling back in the bin just for you. Quick fire. Brighton, Chelsea. Okay, I had to sort out my holiday home in Sicily. This roof needed doing, so I can rent it out. See you soon. Vindaloo, I will catch up with you, mate. I will catch up with you. Thank you very much, Mr. M. God bless you. Have a lovely weekend. Just make sure you hit the like buttons, people. Hit that like button because that's important to me as well. Hit the like button. It's important for the show. 1-3 from in the bin. Right, in the bin, your next game is Leicester Arsenal. Leicester Arsenal. There we go. 1-3. I think you missed last week in the bin because we did bonus predictions, 20 games, the 20 fixtures from 20 different leagues in the world, which was quite fun. So you missed out on, I think, on a lot of points last week in the bin because you didn't partake. We do these predictions every week, whether the Premier is up and running or not. We always do them. So I'm now looking for Leicester versus Arsenal, please, in the bin. Leicester Arsenal. Where are we with the light game? Has the light game improved? Has the light game improved? Oh, we're on 47. I wanted to get to 50. There's 15 people left in the house. Are they going to hit that like button? I hope they do. I need another 3 people. In the bin, Leicester v Arsenal, mate. In the bin, Leicester v Arsenal. Give me your prediction and I can move on to the next game. And if you leave your scores at the end of the stream, can you please also remember to like the stream? Aston Villa Ipswich for you in the bin. Aston Villa Ipswich. Yeah, leave your predictions in the stream at the end of it, and then once you do, make sure you hit that like button. I'm watching and I'm on 47. Cool. I've got to 49. I'm 1 away if people are watching on there, or if people are still in YouTube land, 1 away from getting to that 50. In the bin, it's predicting 1-0 to Aston Villa. In the bin, Nottingham Forest. Sorry, Fulham versus Nottingham Forest, please. In the bin, it's gone for a 1-0. The first matches kick off in an hour's time. So Chelsea Brighton and Inverurie versus Derrenval all kick off in an hour's time. So people that don't get their predictions in when the next hour will miss out. 2-2 for Fulham versus Nottingham Forest in the bin. In the bin, you've got a private audience. You've got just me, Manchester City, Newcastle. What's the prediction for Man City versus Newcastle this weekend? Give me the score. In and out.
Well, I want this telly turned up soon. I've been quiet for ages.
Right, we've got in the bin at 2-3 for this game. That in the bin has gone for Manchester City 2, Newcastle 3. The next game we have Southampton versus Bournemouth, please, in the bin. Vindaloo, you have got them all in. I'm going to have to talk to you. It's interesting. You've got a place in Sicily. I don't know, Vindaloo. Are you English? Are you Italian? It's just interesting. Sicily. Not many people would go and buy pads in Sicily unless they were part Italian. I don't know, it takes all sorts. But yeah, just interested, Vindaloo. What was the weather like when you went out there? I know that you were busy working on the house and whatever. But what was the weather like? Was the weather good for you? Was it just all work and no play? Because I know you like playing, Vindaloo. West Ham Brentford, London Derby, please. And in the previous game, in the bin has gone for Southampton 1, Bournemouth 4. And now we're asking for in the bin's prediction for West Ham versus Brentford. West Ham versus Brentford, please, in the bin. Two 2-1. And so Vindaloo's, in the bin says West Ham 2, Brentford 1. Crystal Palace versus Everton, please. One in the bin. Crystal Palace versus Everton. What is your prediction for this game? This week we have had so far live and taking part 2-3's gone for. So in the bin says 2-3. So Palace 2, Everton 3 for in the bin. Liverpool versus Wolves, please. What's your prediction in that game? And this week we have had, how many people we had so far play the game this week? Oops, that might be wrong. Spurs fan John is here. 2-1 Spurs fan John. Let me find you. Let me add you. Got 5 Spurs fan John. I had him earlier. I need to find him. Spurs fan John. How comes I had your name earlier? Now I can't see it. Where is it gone? Where's it gone, Spurs fan John?
Oh, not so gentle though. He took them very gently out.
Oh, we'll find. There we go. Found you. Right. We had Spurs fan John into the show. Right. So let me just scratch. The Crystal Palace game is right. Spurs fan John is ahead of me. Right, in the bin has gone with 5-0. I think start from it. So he's gone 5-0. Right, I'm going to have to go back and do Spurs fan John in a minute. Spurs fan John says 3-1 for this one. So just for you two, for the time being, And this is the last one I'm going to do the rollbacks, just you two, because I'll never get to football. The next game is Tottenham versus Manchester United, please, gentlemen. In the bin, Spurs fan John, Tottenham versus Man United. Your scores, please. Remember to hit the like button on the show. I'm trying to get to 50. We were on 49. If either of you hit the like button, I'll get to 50. I've got to 50. Don't stop there. The 2-1 for in the bin and 3-2 for Spurs fan John. The 2-1 for in the bin and 3-2 for Spurs fan John for the Man United game. The next game is the first game that's being played tonight, and this is the bonus game. Starts in an hour as well. It's Inverurie versus Devonvale, and this is from the Scottish Highland League tonight, being played tonight. It's kicking off in an hour's time. What's your scores for that? In the bin, Inverurie versus Devon, 1-0. Right. In the bin, I've got all your scores. So it's just you, Spurs fan John. So I'm going to go forward and then roll back. Right. So Spurs fan John, the next game is from the Aruba League, and it's Estrella versus La Fama. Estrella versus La Fama in the Aruba League. And in the next league, the next game is from the Cambodia League, and it's Anga Tiger versus Life FC. And I haven't made these up. It's Anga Tiger versus Life FC. What's Spurs fan? What's John saying to this one? And you, happy Valentine's Day in the bin. Well done. And live today, what have we got? Live today, we've got 54 people that have taken part. 2-0 win for Life, so 0-2. Right. And the last of the bonus games before I roll back for you is from La Liga 2. La Liga 2 in Spain. And it's Eldense versus La Coruña. So we have gone to 4 leagues this weekend that we have not touched before. So this is from La Liga 2 because we haven't touched La Liga 2. So what say you, John, for Eldense versus La Coruña? What's your prediction? A 1-3. Right. 1-3 for John. Right, John. Now, let's just go back for you for the Premiership games. Brighton, Chelsea. Please, John. This is the first game that's kicking off tonight, again, in an hour's time. (2-1) for John. The next game, Leicester Arsenal, please, John. 2-1 to Brighton. I think Spurs version John says. 2-1 to Brighton. And now we've got Leicester v Arsenal. Leicester v Arsenal. (0-3) to Arsenal. The next game is Aston Villa versus Ipswich, please, John.
What do we have? Dogs?
3-1 to Villa, he's gone for. 3-1 to Villa. Fulham versus Nottingham Forest, please, John. 3-1 Villa.
Oh, for God's sake, Kira, hurry out.
Fulham Forest. Good. You don't have to type the teams in.
No.
Just give me the score, John. So if it's 2-1, it's 2-1.
Come on.
2-2. Right. The next game, Man City Newcastle. Please, John. 2-2. And then Man City Newcastle.
Come on, dogs. Come on. Done? Come on. It's too cold to just
1-3. So Man City 1, Newcastle 3. South Coast Derby, Southampton versus Bournemouth. Southampton versus Bournemouth. The South Coast Derby. 1-4. London Derby next. West Ham versus Brentford. West London Derby. West Ham versus Brentford. 3-1 to West Ham. Lovely. And the last game I need from you, John, and then we've squared the egg, is Crystal Palace versus Everton. For you, John. Crystal Palace, Everton.
You haven't taken through for the theatre yet. I need to ask you.
Two 2-1, says John. John, thank you very much. That's you in for the week. And then I'll roll back and I'll start again and I'll say thank you to everyone tonight for watching. Thank you for taking part. It's the important part. You're the ones that keep me busy by taking part. We've had 54 people online tonight playing, like live. I'll get a load of people now that will leave their scores in the comments after the stream finishes. And then I have to say thank you again to Paul G, free 6-month member chat. Jess for becoming a member again of the channel. Peter Kagayas, who gifted out 5 channel memberships. Vindaloo for his super chat. Matthew for gifting out 5 channel memberships. And to Ryan G for flexing his muscles again with his 6-month member chat. So I'd like to thank each and every one of you. You have promoted the show today. And thank you. And I wish everybody a really, really good weekend. And be happy, healthy. Enjoy your Valentine's Day. For the people that are still celebrating Valentine's. For those that aren't, I hope you've had a good day, or the good night, and that you're sleeping peacefully or you've woken up peacefully on the other side of the world. And I wish everyone to be happy, healthy and fit. Well done, everyone. And I will see you on Monday's show for the results. So take care, everyone. And at the end of the day, as I say to everyone, it's come on, you Spurs. And in the big Ange, I trust. Take care, everyone.